is not permitted to enter the UK. Welcome back to Kate Middleton and the Queen News Channel, and hello. Okay, so just a few days ago the Sussex said that Meghan was insisting on attending peace talks with the palace, and ever since Meghan has said she will never set foot on British soil again, I can't help but wonder if she has any choice in the matter. I believe the real truth here is that the palace has shunned Meghan after she demanded apologies from the royal family after all her false accusations, so it's not shocking that she's going to do this. King Charles lacks the ability to revoke the titles on his own, and despite the fact that they should immediately, Parliament hasn't showed much interest in taking that action. Clearly the very notion of reconciliation talks is in the sphere of rumor and gossip, and it's without substance. If Meghan's dirty little secrets of all the skeletons in her closet survived everything that has transpired since she and Harry ran away from the UK, then why in the world would all of that be laid out on the table now that the feud has subsided a little bit and Meghan and Harry are left reeling now? Obviously I understand the temptation to talk about these things because, well, here I am. But the reality is there's nothing going on for sure. I definitely don't believe any reconciliation talks are happening. I don't believe they are seriously considering taking away the titles, and about the divorce talks, I'm not even sure that's happening. I don't think they're having any meetings with divorce lawyers. I think all of this might be a bunch of nonsense, and there are certainly no big contracts for Meghan or Harry in the works. What's happening is that Meghan Markle is trying to revive her brand in the world of entertainment and media, and so whatever is already in the works is going to continue because this is Meghan's only hope now. I believe their marriage is in trouble. Meghan and Harry's fortunes have fallen big time, and they're each trying to work on their separate endeavors in an effort to become more marketable, but I don't think it's gonna work. It doesn't take a genius to see that Harry is not comfortable in Hollywood, and Meghan is incredibly uncomfortable in the UK. See, their respective backgrounds are so incredibly different, and I believe that's why this marriage was doomed from the beginning. They couldn't market themselves other than their attacks on the monarchy in general and King Charles III, Camilla, William and Catherine especially, so it looks like that phase of their lives they've got to give up. They have already cashed all those checks and they have spent most of that money, and now they're desperate for more money. Everything in the past is predicting something, but the truth is the controversies have already basically played out. Meanwhile, the royal family is focused on what they should be focusing on, their work. They're trying to get on with this new leader, and they're trying to establish the monarchy in the hearts and minds of the subjects, and I believe that the king is happy for a respite from all this mess following their escape from the UK. And the royal family, Meghan and Harry, are attempting to make sense of their life. Now it appears that there are two worlds, Hollywood for her and any country other than the US, and UK for Harry, since he has decided that he truly is a prince in exile. Of course, all of this instability is having an impact on their marriage. It's a work in progress, and the results are uncertain, but I believe that things have changed. I feel we need to pause for a time in order to collect ourselves. If the drama is indeed intensifying, as I believe it is, it won't be very thrilling for a while, and I'm not sure there's anything new happening right now. I think there's some scheming and some drifting, but that's nothing new. A royal fan explained there will be no repercussions as much as we want to believe there will be, because in our human hearts when people get away with such hypocrisy and lie and attack so boldly, it leaves us frustrated to see them walk away with money in the bank and no great suffering. They keep getting offers, they keep lying, their bad characters remain untouched and intact. Life is not fair becomes obvious, especially when we see good people left and right trampled and silenced, while those to blame go unscathed. Even if they don't get another offer for work, they will never be on the street because the palace will scoop them up. The fan goes on to say it would be counted as a scathing black mark against the monarchy to be headlined as letting their family member languish in the gutter. No matter how low and disgusting their behavior, they will always have an elegant manor or palace waiting for them with a $2 million a year all expenses paid allowance from the king if they should return safe and sound out of the angry firing range of the citizens. Thanks for the jolt back to the reality of the situation. How foolish of all of us to even bother with these two. Our vitality is completely drained by these two pointless people, and our voice disappears into an infinite abyss. Live or die, let them go. They receive no recognition. How come it matters? Definitely an intriguing viewpoint. Even if I don't want to, this fan could be correct. They might actually be able to return in that manner. I mean, I get how waiting for the right moment and playing the long game, which is essentially doing nothing, may be viewed as weakness. It just doesn't align with my ideals, I have to admit. I have always been taught to stand up for what is right and to combat injustice, hypocrisy, and falsehoods. I was taught that if we want to be able to maintain society's standards at a high level, we must be proactive. However, I can understand how some may argue that letting things play out is not actually dealing with the issue, rather, it is merely wishing for it to disappear or hoping that another person will take action to make it disappear. Excuses may be rather tiresome, am I right? Since I've heard them all, I can say that none of them actually hold water. Even if the issue is resolved because it is no longer being fed, it still creates a terrible impression. The leadership will continue to be viewed as ineffectual by the public. There are some who currently argue that the monarchy is obsolete in today's society. Fairy tales are made of that. I have always admired the monarchy, especially the late Queen, and I have always enjoyed attempting to follow what the family members were up to. But I must concur. Over the past 10 years, various things have occurred that have made it clear that there are issues that require attention. About drugs, we've heard. Pedophiles and prostitutes have both been mentioned in the media. Older child abuse retaliation. It seems that with so much information available about the members of the royal family and the things they've done, people are starting to lose respect for the monarchy. We've heard about a lot of frustration from family members who travel in some really disgusting circles and lead very immoral lives. I know there will be people out there who claim that this has always been the case. In actuality, the current state of our world is really unstable. The world's leaders have all turned corrupt, and it is happening in every single nation. There's no longer somebody in charge that we can actually look up to, in my opinion. The monarchy has historically been the last institution that we can truly look up to, and while some of its members, such as William and Catherine and the King and Queen, are still worthy of our admiration, others, like Harry and Andrew, have cast a shadow over the institution. In the end, it is likely true that the monarchy will protect its own, and the late Queen was quoted as saying that no matter what.